children? How many of you in this room have children? About half, so I guess the rest of you don't have any kids, right? So lucky. Like for you guys that have no kids that came here tonight, you don't have to get a babysitter, you don't have to coordinate anything. You're just like, hey, Sarah, do you want to go? And you're like, yeah, sure, I'm ready to go. And you're like, where's the keys? And then you walk out the door. Everybody else is like, anybody know where my keys are? And does Timmy have his jacket? And why can't you get his arm in the sleeve? Get his arm in the sleeve. For an adult, you just zip your jacket right up. For a child, like, this fucking zipper, just get the zipper to go zipper all the way up. Anyways, so we're all made it here tonight. So I want to thank you all for making it tonight with kids or with no kids. I appreciate it. When we started the show, when we started fundraising or we started planning the show, Rob was like, what are we going to raise money for? Because last time was for the wildfires. And when we started the show, there was no fire burning. So being from Brooklyn, I called a few Italian guys. We put it out. It's not a big fucking deal. But we raised the money. So tonight we raised $10,000 for the California wildfires. It's the most money the Hollywood Improv has ever seen come through their register. They were very impressed. How many of you are happy that the Frozen embargo is over? Relief. Was this the most difficult thing we ever had to do in all the years of licensing? Now, what I don't understand is what the big fucking deal was. Because this was Frozen 1, Frozen 2. Frozen 1, Frozen 2. I didn't see any 6-year-olds in Target going, Mommy, is that Frozen 1? Fuck that shit, I'm waiting for Frozen 2! Today's October 3rd! I hate for anyone to notice this earlier than October 4th. It's as extreme as when you're on the airplane and they make you stop reclining at the end of the flight. This is the biggest deal in the world. First of all, the 2 inches back has been so comfortable. There's no way if we crashed and burned would I ever survive in this slightly reclined atmosphere. Feeling so cozy, eating my massive bag of peanuts. I'm safe now. I'm gonna die. I'm completely safe. Frozen 1. Frozen 2. And in that time, Disney Plus came out. Everyone moved but the Netflix table. You guys are like $39 a month. This is $6.99 for this shit. I had to make a list. I now have Disney Plus, Amazon Prime, Netflix, iTunes streaming, Hulu, HBO Max, and NBC's Peacock. For $749 a month, I'm watching TV. I'm gonna uncut the cord. I'm gonna plug the fucking cord back in and stop streaming all the shit that you're selling. Who's here from Pocket Watch tonight? Steph. Where's Stoner? Oh, he stepped in a pile of shit, huh? I mean, how much money is Ryan making? It's a lot of money. God bless him. Can we buy him a new shirt? How come every time he says something, his shirt goes up an inch? Who's the shirt licensing? Get this kid a fucking large. He's like, buy my new toys! Just a longer shirt. We made like $20 million. Can we buy the father some speech lessons? Is that a sensitive subject in a comedy club? Steph May's not his mother, she's not offended. Hey Ryan! What's up with some of the new toys that they bought us this day? Wow, Ryan, did you check out bank account? Wow! Thanks, Dad! A lot of people ask me what my favorite superhero is, and I tell them whichever one is selling best at the current moment. And if I could be one, I would love to be Spider-Man, but you can't be Spider-Man because you have to be bit by some sort of special spider, and according to the recent movie, you have to be black. So I'm neither of those things. But to be Batman, you just need to be white and wealthy, so I'm auditioning for the next film. Tomorrow we have Lars, as they call it. This is the Disney Summit. For those that are licensees, are going to the Disney Summit. There's one thing that many of you know I don't like to do at any of one of your summits is wait in line. I refuse to wait in any line. I don't care what the line is for. I'm not going to wait in the line. I become very angry waiting in the line. I don't know what's happening at the front of the line, but it's angering me. And if I stand long enough, I start to hate all people, all religions, all ethnicities. I hate you all. I'll hate you. You're my best friend now, but on the line, I hate you. And after a few minutes of being on the line, Kathy will walk over. She's like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, there's a fucking Asian at the front of the line who won't sign the fucking NDA, won't put his camera away. What's with the Asians and the cameras? How much could you record? When are you going to watch all this? There's only so much you can watch on television. They're recording everything. I don't know what we're doing on the line, because after you start your own line long enough, you start to huff like someone in the front, 30 people in front can hear you. Like, and then you do the side thing. A few minutes later, you come over to me and like, oh, fuck Jesus in the ass. Why are we still on this line? They're going to take your phone away, that's why. How uncomfortable is it when you take your phone away? I see all of you guys holding the envelope, like we might be able to answer a call from the envelope. You're trying, I've seen people trying to text people. I've seen people on the phone through the envelope. Hello, I'm in the Summit. Not supposed to be using my phone. I didn't sign the NDA either. Scandal. You get your phone back afterwards. We're all like drug addicts. We're bumping into each other at the snack table. Oh, I didn't see you there. I didn't see you there. When you don't have your phone, did you ever try to explain where you went on vacation without your phone? Someone's like, oh, where were you last week? And Jahan's in Japan. He's like, oh, I went to this. There's no way I could explain it to you. I'd have to shut. I can't use my words to explain where I went last week without physically scrolling it to you. But then if you got your phone back and I handed you my phone, let's say I handed it to you guys, that here's my phone, after a few seconds you start to become moist. You're like, why is he still holding my phone? Can I get my phone back? Why still scrolling through the pictures? You're the one that handed the phone. The problem is that we take too many photos. Okay, we have thousands. I have 15,000 photos on my phone right now. That's an actual number. It's 15,000. How many have 10,000 and above? Woo! There you go. 3 people. The rest of you fucking suck. We have so many photos that we're never going to be able to show them all to people. In the future, we never know what to say to people. If you go to my grandma's house, you could spend 1 hour and she's talking about the one photo they took in 1929. She's like, this is me and my 13 siblings living on the boat from Syria. We're on the boat for 30 days. And then we sat in Ellis Island for 30 days. Her one photo tells 1,000 words. Old people in the future are gonna suck. They're gonna, Grandma, show us your photos. She's like, this is the breakfast I once ate. And people be like, oh, Grandma, was it a special breakfast? Like, was the president there? No, it was just a boozy brunch. I didn't feel like going to work on a Tuesday. Here's a boomerang of me cutting the poached eggs. Poached, unpoached, poached, unpoached. Here's some shoes I was considering buying. Here's a picture of me in the bathroom. And another one. And another one. And another one. I hope that children, at least in the future, will be better. Because growing up, we didn't grow up with much in my family. We didn't have a lot growing up. And I'll never forget my mom dropped me to the mall when malls were a thing and they weren't out of business like they were today. And as my friends would get out of the car, I'd be like, Mom, I need a few dollars. And we didn't have any dollars. So she would go into her Mahjong purse and she'd give me nickels, quarters, and dimes. And I'd fill my pockets with $5 in nickels, quarters, and dimes. Like, Mom, what am I supposed to do with this? She's like, well, you're not gonna be buying clothing, so just go get some ice cream. I'm like, all right, Mom. So now you go into the mall, and I'm like a walking maraca. Swish, 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 swish. And I'm like, guys, please, can we get some ice cream? And then like Jeffrey Franco would be like, it's 10:30 in the morning. By the way, Jeffrey didn't come tonight. He felt that it was too much profanity. No one fucking said a bad word all night. A lot of people want to know, as an underwear person, what kind of underwear I wear. No, I'm not going to show you. Okay, I'll show you. I only have one rule when it comes to my underwear. I don't want it to say somebody else's name when I get down there. I can't understand. As you see, I don't wear any other labels up here. It doesn't say who I'm sponsoring. But then you get down to my most private region, it should say Calvin, nearest my most private area. Is this what I want my spouse to think about before bed? Calvin Klein? Is he sponsoring my junk? Look how that worked out for Marty McFly in Back to the Future. She called him Calvin for half the film. I want to know who sold that film in. I want to know who pitched that film. We got a great idea for a lazy high school kid that's friends with a defunct nuclear physicist. Why are they friends? We're never going to explain why they're friends. You're just going to accept that they're friends. And Marty doesn't go to school one day because he's wearing like 19 layers of red coats, jackets, white shirt, red undershirt, layer of denim jacket, and he's just going to skip school to use the rock and roll instruments in the defunct nuclear physicist's apartment. And then they get chased by Libyans. Oh, was California at war at Libya at the time? No. Just we felt Libyans needed to be in this film. It's a full film featuring all kinds of people. So they go back into the past where Marty tries to fuck his mother. Don't worry, he doesn't get to it because Biff tries to rape her. And then he has to fight her off. And while that's happening, we claim that Marty McFly wrote Johnny Be Good because we don't want the black people to have anything. And then they gotta go back in the past to fix all these things, so we call it Back to the Future to confuse the children. Anyways, back to my underwear. I also have an issue with men's underwear packaging. I only make children's underwear, but the men's underwear packaging always has this very sexy guy with the He-Man abs and a papaya shoved down the front. And he's always like, oh, I didn't even know you were filming. I'm not even flexing. I just showed up this way with the papaya. Any other fruits available? So I put the underwear on one day. I tried some new underwear that didn't have any words on the waistband. And I looked in the mirror, and I looked back at the package, and I looked at the mirror, and I looked at the package. I'm like, these are broken. It's not, I don't look anything like it does in the package. And I'm still having the same issue that I was having last year with the naked people at the gym. I do this thing when I'm putting my underwear on. There's a few ways to put your underwear on at the gym. You either get two friends to hold a towel for you in the corner, like in camp, and you change as quick as tightly as you can in the bathroom. Or what I usually do is I take a towel, and then you very carefully lift this one leg while you balance, and you have to loop it. Just, you loop it over. And while you're balancing, by the way, this is the most core workout I do at the gym. You engage the core, while you have to hold the towel with one hand. If you can get the one loop, if you can just loop it over, nobody will see your junk. But nobody else in the gym seems to care. They're all walking around naked. There's one guy, he likes to dry himself not with a towel, but with a blow dryer. And he was standing, this is a true story. And he stands up against the mirror, first of all, leaning against the mirror while he dries himself. So I don't want to ever touch that sink area ever again. And he steps back to blow dry himself. And I'm like, sir, I'm sorry, there's no blowjobs here. You cannot walk around that way. And then you'll see the same guy 2 minutes later just walking around, just checking himself in the mirror. He's like, John, is that you? And he's like, Mike, I didn't know you moved to this gym. Hey, John, how you been? I'm jumping into my underwear so fast that I'm getting an injury. I put on 2 pairs of underwear. This guy, first he puts on his shirt. It's just flapping around. And he'll do his tie. Just flapping around. He'll put on his jacket, he'll put on his scarf, he'll put on his hat, he'll put on an overcoat. How you been, good? No, I'm not fucking good at all. He'll put on his socks and his shoes. How is this even possible? How are you gonna get your pants on? So, a lot of people have been selling me licenses for the underwear, and in particular, they've been cat licenses. I don't know what idiot thought this was a good idea to put a pussy cat on the pussy area, but this is inappropriate for children. So I had to make a list. Are you afraid? How many people have a cat license here? Nobody. 44 cats? I don't even want one, okay? I don't want Pete the cat, or Cat Dog, or Garfield, or Heathcliff. Although I love Thundercats, they sound like cats who strip, okay? Those are Thunder from Down Under cats. Not Tom and Jerry, not Pusheen or Meowgical, not Rainbow Butterfly Unicorn Kitty, or Puss in Boots. Puss in Boots. How am I gonna, where can I don't want the cat from Miraculous Ladybug or PJ Masks or The Secret Life of Pets or the Aristocats or Josie and the Pussycats. But not Hello Kitty because she's a girl, that's totally fine. I don't know why this table's laughing. Just because you don't have a cat license doesn't make you any better. You think it's simple to print some of your licenses with all the editorial that you have? I want to thank Mattel for the special package you sent last week. You want me to print this on the crotch of a girl underwear? Keep going. Keep growing. Be kind. Do good. Right here. Right now. Is it for Barbie or fucking porn? Jojo Siwa has one. Crushed it. She also has Girls Never Quit. That's not true. Sometimes they never start, they have a headache. Every princess has a problem. Little Mermaid, make a splash. Tangled, off to explore. Moana, find your way. Is it such an obstacle course? What can't she find? The whole princess collection in general is a problem. The name of the guide is Enchanted Garden. Where am I gonna put any of these things? In general, Disney licenses are difficult. I can't put Pinocchio down there. I can't put Woody. I can't put Chip and Dale. I can put Pooh in the back and Tink in the front. It's not much easier getting through the airport with a bag full of girls' panties, okay? I get to security with this light beard that I've been rocking. I got some crayons in the bag for my kid, or some snacks for me, and a bag full of panties, and that thing goes through the X-ray machine and is like... we got a problem here. I look like an interstate child molester. Like, this is my go bag, and I'm going with the crayons, the snacks for the children, and I promise I'm gonna sell these panties. It's the same fucking genius who chose to sit in front of X-rays for 8 hours a day, okay? When you go in New York City, it's people shouting like, her name is Shaquan, going, take out your laptops! Take out your laptops! When you go travel international, they're like rifles and armed guards. It looks so official, but not in New York. What I don't like is when they ask you if you pack this by yourself. I'm like, actually, last night I was home and I was watching a movie, and my friend Muhammad Abdul Ra'ar Kabo came over, and he's like, "Hey Marshall, what's with the empty suitcase?" It's like, could you do me a favor? It's so hard to pack. And he's like, "I got it." Whoever answered, yeah, I needed help packing. I couldn't put all the panties in by myself. Sample shopping is not much easier as a panty guy. I went to go buy a couple dozen bras the other day from Target because I wanted to check the specs. And as I'm checking out at the cash register, there's this big black lady looking at every bra going, and then she starts looking at me like, and then she starts making weird noises like, You sure you got a lot of kids? Like, it's awkward because I bought every size. There's no way I have kids of every size. So I'm like, oh, it's for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. They still haven't recovered in 7 years. She's like, oh, bless your heart. It's not much easier in my office either. The things that I say in my office, you would get arrested in your office. I walk over to designers and I'm like, wow, nice underwear. Why don't you show me your backside? I like what you're doing with that bra. Did you measure my package yet? That is a nice rack that you're designing. Don't even ask me about BJ's Wholesale Club. So I took the sexual harassment course that they recommend in New York, or my lawyer recommended, after a few complaints. And the problem right there is the name of the course. It's called the sexual harassment course. Our mayor's so dumb, it should be called the anti-sexual harassment course. Sexual harassment course is a course where they teach you to sexual harass people. But we should be taking the anti-sexual harassment course. So now that I've taken the course, I learned that I can not say nice dress, but I can say nice underwear. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your show for tonight. I want to thank you all for coming. I want to thank you for allowing me to be a comedian once in a while and make you believe that my jokes are any good. I want to thank Nipples over here for being a good sport. Woo! I want to thank Rob Michaelis, who's the one who kind of got this show started a year ago. He's my partner in crime on this. I'd like to thank all of our comedians, Jahan, Jackie, Alga, Kira, Peter, and myself. Thank you, myself. You did a great job. And thank you to all of you for buying tickets and supporting the California firefighters. And when you exit out that back door, there's an after party there. You can all mingle. You can try to get jobs back at Disney or switch to Universal or go back to Warner Brothers and better job at Fox. If you want to see if Sanrio's hiring, probably not. But you can check out Netflix because it looks like they're hiring. So have a great night.